name is Azul, so on the count of 3, I need everyone to say, come on out, Azul. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Come on out, Azul. That was pretty loud. Let's see if we heard you guys. Looks like our superstar did. All right, Azul, it's really nice to see you out here today. Would you like to wave hello to everyone? Hi, Azul. Now he's very handsome. He's going to twirl around and show up all those colors. And he's also very athletic. He can hang upside down just like an acrobat. But he has brains too. What do all birds have in common? Wings, that's right. Now he has to make sure his feathers are always in the perfect position when he comes out here. Now sometimes he does have to be a big, scary bird. Let's see it. Oh, very intimidating right there. But he's also a very sensitive sweetheart. He's actually one of our artists here at the park. He puts his paintbrush right up to canvas and creates some very cool works of art. If you guys are interested about his artwork, it's actually in our gift shop. And what's cool about his artwork is a portion of the proceeds actually goes to conservation. So in Azul's case, a portion is donated to the World Parrot Trust. They do a lot of great work with parrots. There's about 350 different kinds of parrots out there, and actually all of them are declining in their native habitats. So World Parrot Trust does a lot of great work with the different species, and it can really help those guys out. Now Azul will be making his way along the rope. We want to make sure we don't try to reach out and touch him. Azul here has a very powerful beak. Now it can exert about 40 pounds of pressure, which means he could actually crack a broomstick in half using only that beak of his right there. Now it does have a hook shape to it. That is what makes it so incredibly strong. And that hook shape to his beak is actually one feature that all parrots have in common. Now the second feature that all parrots share are what we call zygodactyl feet. So that just means on their feet they actually have 4 toes. That's on purpose. They have 2 that point forward, 2 that point backwards, and it leaves a gap right there in the center. It allows these guys to grip and grab onto items and climb very easily as well. Bye, Azul. We can give a nice round of applause. That was great. Now Azul was incredibly handsome. That coloration will actually get more intense as he ages. He's actually a pretty young bird. He's in his mid-20s there. He can live to be 80 years old, and that coloration does get more intense as he ages. That actually helps him out. So female birds look for those more intense colors and mean that bird lead the longer life there. Probably has better genetics, exactly the bird they want to start their families with. Now our next guest coming on out here, her name is Callie. And Callie here is our red-footed tortoise. Now red-footed tortoises are actually really cool. They definitely don't get enough credit. They actually have an amazing sense of smell. Not what many people think. They can actually follow different scent trails. It's pretty common for other tortoises to leave them, and they can actually follow those right along there. Now while you guys are checking her out, you'll definitely be able to see her shell. The top is what we call a carapace, and the bottom is what we call a plastron. Now thanks to the plastron, we know that Callie here is a girl tortoise. She actually has a nice flat plastron. If she was a male tortoise, it would have a hill-like shape to it instead. Now what many people don't realize about tortoises and turtles is that that shell is a part of them. That's actually their backbone and their rib cage all fused together, which means they can in fact feel through that shell. So you guys can see Erin giving her a little scratch right there. Now sometimes she gets up and she leans into it. It's a little cooler today, so she's a little bit slower moving, and that's perfectly all right. Now since she is a tortoise and a reptile, it means that she's an ectotherm. So when it's a nice cooler day like this, they actually slow down, they move a lot less, and they eat a lot less as well. But like I was saying earlier, they can things people do when they see a turtle or a tortoise, knock, 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 is anyone home? They can feel that. So always be very, very gentle with those guys. They have a lot of nerve endings in that shell, and it is a part of them. They can't come out of it or anything like that. Now before our last animal comes on out here, I can tell you guys about one more thing we have going on in the park today. At 3:30, we'll have a giraffe talk and training demonstration about our giraffe feeding platform. You guys can feed giraffe pretty much all day, but 3:30, that's when we'll be up there doing something a little special. Now our last guest coming on out here is going to be doing some sounds for you guys today. Her name is Twizzler. And Twizzler is our blue-fronted Amazon parrot.
Say hi. Now, Twizzler, there's more than one way to say hi. The most formal way is to say, how about a nice, friendly way? Amazons are known for their amazing singing ability, but first she has to clear her throat, really stretch her vocal cords. How about a nice, long whistle? Whistle. How about a nice, long whistle? All right, Twizzler, let's practice our skills. Do, re, mi, fa, so. And now that you're all warmed up, let's sing. La, la, la. It's not enough just to be a singer these days. You also have to know how to act. So let's learn some lines. I'll set the scene for you. You're starring in the amazing adventures of Fluffy the Kitty. Now you're a firefighter, and there's a cat stuck way up in a tree. Here.
Eso es todo, amigos.